don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good evening, baseball fans. I'm Ken, and you're here with Yankees The Ugly Truth for the live play-by-play of Game 1 of the Yankees facing off against the Mariners in T-Mobile Field in Seattle. Tonight, we're going to see Ryan Weathers make his actual Yankee debut in his first start of the 2026 season. I have an active poll up that asks, how many innings will Weathers go? Take just a few seconds to participate in the poll and let everyone know where you stand. And for those of you who have just hopped in, Margaret, Jonathan, Nancy, thank you for showing up. I know that there are more waiting in the wings. Just give a shout out so I can acknowledge you. If you haven't, please hit the likes button, share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. I am setting the QR codes to make it easy for you. Hardcore Sports is on your left. Yankees The Ugly Truth is on your right. So if you choose to subscribe, all you have to do is set your cell phone to camera mode, wave it in front of the channel that you choose to subscribe for, and hyperlink will come up. All you have to do is hit it. It takes you to the YouTube page of that channel. All you have to do is hit subscribe. But if you do hit subscribe, make sure you ring the bell and set your notifications so that you'll know every time that we're live and not Memorex. We are probably about 3 or 4 minutes before first pitch, and I'm going to take this time to go over the Yankees and the Mariners lineups. Tonight for the Yankees, leading off in center field and playing in center field is going to be Trent Grisham. In the 2-hole is going to be the captain, Aaron Judge, playing right field. In the 3-hole is going to be Cody Bellinger, playing left field. Cleaning up will be first baseman Ben Rice. In the 5-hole is going to be big Giancarlo Stanton. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream. He will be DH in this evening. In the 6-hole will be Jazz Chisholm Jr. playing second base. In the 7-hole is going to be third baseman Ryan McMahon. In the 8-hole is going to be Austin Wells behind the dish. And bringing up the rear is going to be Jose Caballero at shortstop. On the bumps for the Yankees is going to be Ryan Weathers. Coming up for Seattle, leading off is going to be Brendan Donovan playing third base. Former Yankee Rob Rushnider will be the DH hitting out of the 2-hole. Julio Rodriguez will be in center field in the 3-hole. Josh Naylor will be at first base cleaning up. Randy Arozarena will be in left field hitting out of the 5-hole. Behind the dish is going to be Garver catching. In the 7-hole is going to be Victor Robles playing right field. At shortstop will be Rivas. And in the 9-hole is going to be Young playing second base. And on the bump for the Mariners is going to be Luis Castillo. And it looks like Castillo is heading out to the mound to take the last few warm-up pitches before first pitch. I'm going to take a step away from the thing and grab a drink. Hey, Beagle Dad, welcome to the stream. After the season opening series versus the Giants, I am even more confident in this team than I have been in the past. And Castillo is throwing the last of those warm-up pitches. He is a fastball pitcher, and although he's gotten older, he has a very deceptive release point. And it looks Mike Estabrook is behind the plate, and he is classed as a neutral pitcher. So we will see how this plays for both teams. Stepping up to the box is Trent Grisham. Umpire is clearing the plate. So we're about to get it on. And Castillo sets, and the first pitch is a 94-mile-an-hour fastball right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and this is swung on and fouled off. Count is 0-2 on Grisham. And Grisham takes time out. And Castillo sets, pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off to the third base side. It's going to make it into the stands. Still, count is 0-2. Castillo sets and fires, and the slider is down low. Count is 1-2 on Grisham. Castillo sets and fires, and that 97-mile-an-hour fastball is high and in. Count is evened at 2-2. Castillo sets and fires, and this one is hammered to the second baseman, and he is going to fire it to first base, and that is the first out of the inning. All rise. The judge is heading to the chambers. And judge is receiving his customary hail of boos. And Castillo sets and he pitches, and the first pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. Castillo sets, and this one is chopped down the third baseline, and the ball is fielded by Donovan. Donovan shoots it to the first baseman, and that is going to record the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-0 on Belly. Castillo sets and he fires, and this ball is a towering fly ball to left field. And Arozarena is closing on it and is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the first is Brendan Donovan, Rob Refsnyder, and Julio Rodriguez. For all of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you haven't, please drop your vote in our poll today. And the poll is, how many innings will Ryan Weathers go this evening? Answers are 3, 4, or 5 plus. Let your voice be heard. Let your vote be counted. How are we feeling about this evening's game? Yankees do it. Yankees don't do it. Weathers has a successful outing. Let me know what you think. I want to say thank you to everybody who has taken time to listen to a little bit of baseball. I realize that this is a late game, but we are in Seattle on the West Coast, and it's early in the season for us. And Weathers has taken the last of his warm-up pitches. And Weathers sets, and the first pitch is a bit down low. Count is 1-0 on Donovan. Donovan sets, and the next pitch is a sinker down low. Count is 2-0. Weathers sets, and the next pitch is a four-seamer down low. Count is now 3-0 on Donovan. Definitely not the way we wanted to start this one out. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one. Count is 3-1. And Weathers sets, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is now 3-2. And the payoff pitch is down low, and that's ball 4. So the first lead runner is going to take base on balls. Definitely not the way that we wanted to start this game. Coming up to bat is Rob Refsnyder, former Yankee, and Refsnyder is always a pain in the butt to the Yankees. First pitch is on the way, and that fastball is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Weathers sets, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-0. And Weathers sets and fires, and that fastball paints the inside corner for call, strike one. Count is 2-1 on Ref Schneider. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate. So the count is going to go 3-1 on Ref Schneider. This is certainly not what we need to do tonight. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off straight back. Count is now full, 3-2. And the ball is foul tipped into the glove of Wells, and that is strike three. Coming up to bat is Julio Rodriguez. And the pitch is on the way, and that pitch is a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Call, strike one. Count is 0-1 on J-Rod. And Weather sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and in. Count is 1-1. Weather sets and he fires, and this pitch is lined into center field. Grisham is going to lay out for that, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Grisham got a nice lead on or jump on that ball. Coming up to bat is Josh Naylor, former Guardian, former Diamondback. And current Mariner. And the first pitch is on the way, and that sinker is down low. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and that is chop foul down the first base line. Count is 1-1. Ed Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is fouled down the first base line once again. And if Weathers wants to attack this guy, he needs to lay a slider on the outside portion of the plate. He's shown him the fastball, and I think that he will overswing. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way. And the slider is swung on and missed. Wells gets the ball and fired to first base. And that is going to do it in the first inning. The Weathers records a pair of strikeouts. Hello, Agent. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Coming up for the Yankees in the top of the second is going to be Big Ben Rice, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. For those of you who are here, we have an active poll. How many innings will Weathers go this evening? If you haven't, hop on over to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Let your vote be counted. Remember to hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. You have QR codes in the upper left and right hand corners to make it easier for you. Left is Hardcore Sports, right is The Ugly Truth. Take your cell phone out, put it in camera mode, wave it in front of the QR code that you want. You'll see a hyperlink on your cell phone, and all you have to do is hit the hyperlink. It'll take you to YouTube. Hit subscribe. Make sure that you ring the bell and set all your notifications so you'll know every time that we are live and not Memorex. Pretty good start for Weathers. 2 strikeouts in an inning. Appreciate all of y'all being here during this late night ball game. I will be here tomorrow night at 9:35 to do the precursors before game 2 of the series. And Castillo sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is right down the heart of Broadway. Call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Castillo sets and fires, and Rice chops this one foul down the first base line. Count is 0-2 on Big Ben. And Castillo sets and fires, and that slider is down low. Count is 1-2. And Castillo fires, and that pitch is up high. Count is even at 2-2. Castillo sets, and this ball is chopped down to the second baseman. Cold is going to field it and fire it to Naylor to record the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Big Giancarlo Stanton. He's hitting .500 on the season, 6 for 12, 1 home run and 2 RBIs. And the first pitch is on the way, and that fastball is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is up and in. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and that fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and Stanton fouls this one straight back. Count is now even at 2-2. What color is your goose? And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed by Stanton for the second out of the inning. Castillo is at 20 pitches, so he is well within the norm. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is a slider that breaks inside off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Castillo sets. Pitch is on the way, and that fastball is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 1-1 on Jazz. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is a towering fly ball. And that is foul, dropped by the second baseman in shallow left field. It was hit into Devil's Triangle. And Jazz is heading for second, and he is going to make it in there. That one should be classed as an error, I believe. So that's going to be an error charge to Rivas. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. And Castillo sets. And the pitch is on the way, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is even at 1-1 on McMahon. And the pitch is on the way, and McMahon fouls that one off. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. And Castillo sets. Checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and McMahon fouls the pitch off down the third base side, going to make the stands. Count remains even at 2-2. Castillo sets, and the pitch is waved at by McMahon for call, strike three. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the second. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the second for the Mariners is going to be Randy Arozarena, Garver, and Robles. So let's see what young Ryan Weathers does in his second inning of work against these Mariners. So for those of you that are in the stream, how you feeling about the game? What do you think? Let me know. If you haven't, take time to drop a vote in our active poll. How many innings will Ryan Weathers go this evening? There are 8 votes so far. And let's see what the results are looking like. Right now, out of the 8 votes, we have 25% that think 3 innings and gone, 25% that say 4 and out, and 50% say 5+. And Rosarena steps up to the plate. Weathers sets, and the pitch is on the way. And that sweeper catches the bottom of the strike zone. Call strike one. Count is 0-1 on a Rosarena. And Weathers sets, and the pitch is on the way. And that is bounced through the infield to center field for a leadoff hit. Rosarena hit that one off the end of the bat. Coming up to bat is Mitch Garver, the catcher. And the pitch is on the way, and that 97-mile-an-hour fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Garver. And Weathers sets, and he throws over to first base. Rosarena is back in safely diving. That was a snap throw. And Weathers sets. He checks on the runner. Pitch is on the way, and that ball is fouled straight back. Count is 0-2. And Weathers throws over to first again. Second disengagement, so I would not be surprised to see a Rosarena take off. And the Mariners are booing him. And the pitch is on the way, and that is way up high. Wells has to stab at it to make the play. Count is 1-2. Weathers sets and fires. Rosarena takes off, but the ball is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the right field line. Count remains 1-2. Weathers sets and fires, and that changeup misses off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And how do you do? Weathers sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. As we head to the eighth pitch of the at bat, the count remains 2-2. Weathers sets and he fires, and that sweeper is down low. Count is now full, 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is popped straight back. Going to make the stands. And Garver takes timeout. And Weather sets. A Rosarena takes off. The pitch is in there for call. Strike 3. Actually, that was ball 4. Looked like the umpire pumped it. So it is not a stolen base. And that's going to be the second walk of the inning. Or second walk. That was a 10-pitch at bat. Victor Robles is up to bat. And the pitch is on the way, and Robles swings and misses the first pitch. The 98-mile-an-hour fastball right down the heart of Broadway. Count is 0-1. Weather sets and fires, and that pitch is foul straight back. Count is 0-2 on Robles. And Weathers checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and that changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-2. Come on, kid. Do not nibble. Attack. Weather sets and fires, and that changeup just misses off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Weathers is working himself into a serious jam. And the pitch is on the way, and Robles is called out on strikes. Robles is down looking. Coming up to bat is Rivas. And the first pitch is a sweeper in there for call. Strike 1. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way. And that ball is a towering fly ball to center field. Grisham is it's towering fly ball to the infield. And it's called infield fly rule as Chisholm makes the play. And that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Young. In 4 games this season, Cole is hitting .214. And a pickoff attempt is made at second. Rosarena is back in head first. They almost got a Rosarena at second. He was sleeping. And the Yankees do not challenge. Pitch is on the way. And the sweeper is just off the plate. Count is 1-0 to Young. Weathers sets and fires at this ball is sliced into right field, and that is going to drop. And Arozarena is going to round third and score. Garver moves to third, so the Mariners going to take a 1-0 lead. They have runners at first and third with 2 outs. All that was left of the bat was a handle in Young's hand when he hit that one. Coming up to bat is Brendan Donovan. He is not got an official at bat. He walked his first plate appearance. And the pitch is on the way, and the fastball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Weathers sets and fires, and that sweeper is way off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight down. Count is 1-2 on Donovan. And Weathers steps off the rubber. Hey, Brandon, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way, and Donovan swings and misses for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Mariners in the bottom of the second, but not before they score a run to take a 1-0 lead. Coming up to bat in the top of the third is going to be Wells, Caballero, and Grisham. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. Hey, Dylan. Welcome to the game. I'm doing okay. And let's look at the scoreboard today. The Royals beat the Twins 3-1. Rangers beat the Orioles 5-2. Nationals hammered the Phillies 13-2. Reds beat the Pirates 2-0. White Sox tagged the Marlins 9-4. The Rockies beat the Blue Jays 14-5, or are beating the Blue Jays 14-5 in the bottom of the ninth. The Braves beat the A's 4-0. The Rays squeaked by the Brewers 3-2. Cubs beat the Angels 7-2. The Mets beat the Cardinals 4-2. Astros are hammering the Red Sox 7-1 in the bottom of the seventh. As you know, in this game, the Mariners lead the Yankees 1-0. In the bottom of the third, the Giants lead the Padres 1-0. Guardians and the Dodgers are in the first with top of the first with no score. And the Tigers and the Diamondbacks are in the top of the first with no score. And that is your active scoreboard for the day. And Wells is going to step up to the plate. Castillo is at 30 pitches. And the first pitch is up. The umpire at third base says that Wells did indeed check his swing, so the count is 1-0. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0. Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on. Count is 2-1. And Castillo sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up out of the strike zone. Count is 3-1 on Wells. And Castillo sets and fires, and the pitch is called a strike. Count is now full on Wells, 3-2. Castillo sets and fires, and Wells swings and misses on that pitch, and that is strike 3 and going to be the first out of the inning. That is Castillo's third strikeout of the game. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero. Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is a fastball off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Caballero. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is in the same spot. Count is, well, it was called a strike. Caballero is challenging it, and the call is going to be overturned. So the count is 2-0. Next pitch is on the way, and that is way inside. Count is 3-0 on Castillo or Caballero. Castillo sets and fires, and he paints the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 3-1 on Cabby. And Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. It was way out of the strike zone. Count is now full, 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is called strike 3. And Caballero is going to challenge this one. It was called strike 3. I think he's got a legitimate case. And the pitch is on, and the pitch is overturned, and that is going to be ball 4. So Caballero strips his gear off and heads to first base. Pitch missed by about 1.25 inches. And the pitch is on the way, and Grisham hammers this one to the second baseman. And that is the only play that is made. Grisham is going to beat that one out. So that is a fielder's choice. Caballero is erased at second, and Grisham is going to replace him at first. So the Yankees have a runner at first with 2 outs, and the captain is coming up to bat. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. And the first pitch is on the way, and that slider catches the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1 on the captain. And the pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1 for the judge. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to the third baseman in his first plate appearance. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is a bit low. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and that breaks inside. Count is now 3-1 on the captain. Judge is ready. Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is off the plate, and that is going to be ball 4. So as Judge strips his gear off and heads to first, the Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And the pitch is on the way. And it is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Castillo sets. Checks on the runner at second. And fires, and Bellinger swings and misses. Count is now 0-2 on Cody. And Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is a fastball inside. Count is 1-2. Castillo sets and fires, and this one is swung on and missed by Belly for strike 3. And the Yankees are going to strand 2 in this inning. As we head to the bottom of the third. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could please hit the share button, like button, and share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing to one and the same. I want to thank everybody for taking time being here this evening in this late West Coast game. Your support is most appreciated. There are 10 votes in our official active poll, so if you haven't, please take a second to let your vote be counted. Coming up in the bottom of the third is going to be Rob Reschneider, Julio Rodriguez, and Josh Naylor. And Ruff Schneider steps up to the plate. And the first pitch is a sweeper outside. Count is 1-0. Ruff Schneider is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. And Weathers sets and fires, and that sweeper is inside. Count is now 2-0 on Ruff Schneider. Weathers is at 46 pitches in the third. And Weathers sets and he fires, and that pitch is inside. It's going to bounce away from Wells, and the count is now 3-0 on Ref Snyder. And the pitch is on the way, and that is right down the heart of Broadway. Call strike one. Count is 3-1 on Ref Snyder. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a pop up to Rice. Rice is going to make the play in foul territory, and that is going to record the first out of the inning. And J-Rod steps up to the box, and the first pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Looked like he tried to add a run all by himself. Count is 0-1, and J-Rod now steps out of the box. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on J-Rod. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. And that is going to be good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Rodriguez. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Weathers has 5 strikeouts in the game thus far. Coming up to the bat is Josh Naylor. He is 0 for 1 on the day and was a strikeout victim in his first at bat. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a lollipop line at Jazz Chisholm, who is going to make the play with no problems. And the Mariners go down 1-2-3 against Weathers. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the top of 4 is going to be Ben Rice, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, we are going to the top of the 4th. The score is 1-0 Mariners over the Yankees. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Luis Castillo is on the bump for the Mariners and is doing a good job. If you haven't, please take time to vote in our active poll. How many innings will Weathers go? Answers are 3, 4, 5 plus. Take a second, let your voice be heard, let your vote be counted. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing to Hardcore Sports Network or Yankees The Ugly Truth. Also, make sure you hit that like button and share the channel out. Your support is always appreciated. And I want to thank everybody who has taken time out of their busy Monday evening to sit down and listen to a little bit of baseball. Support is most definitely appreciated. Take this second. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the game. Any hot takes you might have? And Rice is at the plate. And the first pitch is foul straight back. Count is 0-1. And Castillo sets, and that pitch is down low. Count is even at 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and that is called a strike. Ben Rice is going to challenge that one. Yeah, the AVS review is going to overturn this call. So the count is now 2-1 on Rice. That was 1.5 inches low. Hey, Thomas, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is driven to left field. Rosarena is back. He's going back, and he is going to make that play on the warning track. That is the first out of the inning. Yeah, Thomas Weathers had a good inning last inning. And coming up to bat is Big G. First pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call, strike one. Castillo sets and fires, and that slider breaks off the plate. Count is 1-1. Castillo sets and fires, and Stanton fouls this one back. Count is 1-2 on Big G. Stanton is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And Castillo sets and fires, and this one is fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that one is called strike three. Stanton is challenging this one. And that pitch is low and overturned. So the count is that missed by less than 1/10 of an inch. So the Yankees are 4 for 4 on challenges this night. And the pitch is on the way. And Stanton hits a towering fly ball to the third baseman. Actually, they don't see the ball, and that's going to drop in behind it, Donovan. And Stanton is going for 2, and he is going to get thrown out at second. Jesus Christ. And Stanton is holding fast at second and asking the call to be challenged. I think Stanton might actually be right. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one. And Jazz is challenging this one. And that pitch is overturned. It is ball one. And Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-0 on Jazz. And the pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count is 2-1. Hey, Landon. What do you know? Castillo's a quality pitcher. And the pitch is on the way, and Jazz swings and misses. Count is evened at deuce deuce. And Castillo sets, and he fires, and that slider is breaking inside. Count is now full. Castillo is at 66 pitches. And the pitch is on the way. And Jazz swings and misses for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the fourth. For those of you just hopping in the stream, we're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Mariners lead the Yankees 1-0. Coming up to bat is going to be Randy Arozarena, Mitch Garver, and Victor Robles. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. We've made it easy for you. There is a QR code in the upper left and right hand corners of the screen. Left is Hardcore Sports, right is The Ugly Truth. All you have to do is take your cell phone out, wave it in front of the QR code for the channel that you want to subscribe to. When the hyperlink comes up, all you have to do is tap it. It takes you straight to YouTube. All you have to do is hit subscribe, and you'll become a member. I recommend that you ring the bell and turn all notifications on so that you'll know every time that we are live and not Memorex. And for those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you haven't, please take this moment to let your vote be counted. We have 13 votes on tonight's active poll. How many innings will Ryan Weathers go this evening? And heading to the bottom of the fourth, Weathers is at 54 pitches. Arozarena steps up to the plate. He is 1 for 1 on the day and has scored the lone run of the game. And the first pitch is on the way. And that is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is fouled off. Count is evened at 1-1. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that sweeper is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. Weathers sets and fires, and the sweeper does not make it back to the plate. Count is evened at deuce deuce. Weathers sets and fires, and this pitch is chop foul down the third base line. Count is 2-2. And Weathers sets, pitch is on the way, and this is fouled straight into the catcher. Count remains deuce deuce. What color is that goose? And Weathers sets, and he fires, and that sweeper is just tap foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain deuce as we head to the 8th pitch of the at bat. And Weathers sets, fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And Rosarena is down on strike, so grab some bench, brother. Coming up to bat is Mitch Garver. He does not have an official at bat this evening. He walked in his first plate appearance. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is grounded to McMahon. The vacuum cleaner sucks up the ball and fires across to Rice at first to record the second out of the inning. 1 pitch and 1 out. That helps Weathers with his pitch count. Pitch count is setting right now at 62 pitches. Weathers should be cleared for about 85 pitches roughly. And coming up to bat is Victor Robles. First pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that sweeper does not get back to the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Hey, Jake. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2. And Weathers sets, and the pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be the 7th strikeout of the night for Weathers. Coming up in the top of the 5th is going to be Ryan McMahon, Austin Wells, and Jose Caballero. For those of you just hopping in the stream, the score is 1-0. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. There is an active poll, so take a second to let your voice be heard and your vote counted. And if you have not or are not, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth or the Hardcore Sports Network. If you're not a member, there are handy dandy QR codes in your upper left and right hand corners. Left is for Hardcore Sports. Right is for Yankees The Ugly Truth. All you have to do is break out your cell phone, put it in camera mode, and wave it in front of the QR code for the team that you or the channel that you want to subscribe to. Hit the hyperlink, and it'll take you to YouTube. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Well, Jake, you're talking about anemic and pitching and whatnot. It's the 4th game of the season. Hitters' timing is not in there yet, and they will be fine. And Castillo sets, and the first pitch is going to paint the inside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on McMahon. McMahon is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and that slider breaks inside. Count is evened at 1-1. Castillo sets and fires, and McMahon waves at that pitch off the plate. Count is 1-2. And Castillo sits, and that ball is grounded to Naylor. Naylor is going to field it cleanly and flip to Castillo at first for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. Castillo is at 71 pitches. So if the Yankees get into him, this could be his last inning. And the first pitch is on the way, and that changeup is inside and low. Count is 1-0. And Castillo sets, and the pitch is on the way, and that is going to break inside. Count is now 2-0 on Wells. And Castillo sets and fires, and that 95-mile-an-hour fastball is inside. Now it's been a pretty quiet night, John. Welcome to the stream. And Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch paints the inside corner. Wells was taken all the way. Count is now 3-1. Looks like Wells is going to call a timeout here. And Castillo sets and fires, and this pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now full, 3-2. And Castillo fires, and that fastball is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero. Does not have an official at bat, but walked in his first plate attempt after 2 challenges. And Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is foul, tipped into the glove of the catcher. Count is 0-1 on Cabby. And Castillo sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is foul, tipped into the glove of the catcher. Count is now 0-2 on Cabby. And Castillo sets and fires, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-2 on Cabby. Castillo sets and fires, and this pitch is hammered foul down the right field line. Count remains 1-2. Castillo is at 82 pitches. Cabby could be the last batter for Castillo. And the pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2. And Castillo sets. The pitch is on the way, and that slider is low and away. Count is now deuce. And Castillo sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. The Caballero stays alive as we head to the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And the ball is tapped slowly. Castillo does not handle it cleanly, and Caballero is going to beat that pitch out, or beat that throw out. Hey, D-Rod, welcome to the stream. We're in the top of the 5th. The Mariners lead the Yankees 1-0. Caballero just beat out a swinging bunt. And coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. Grisham is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a fielder's choice. Pitch is on the way, and it paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Could be, D-Rod. Could be. And Castillo makes a pickoff attempt at first. Throw was a little bit errant. Naylor had to come off the bag. And looks like the Mariners are going to challenge this pickoff attempt. And it looks like this one's going to be overturned and Caballero is going to be out. And the call is overturned and the runner is out. Let me grab a drink out of the fridge real quick. And I'll tell you what, this game has got a plethora of overturned calls from the ABS and now this first one for the play on the field. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, take a second to vote in our active poll. And if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. There are handy dandy QR codes in your upper left and right hand corner. All you have to do is take your cell phone out, put it in camera mode, and wave it in front of the QR code for the channel you choose to subscribe to. Left is Hardcore Sports. Right is The Ugly Truth. Once you wave in front of the QR code, a hyperlink will show up in your cell phone, all you have to do is tap the hyperlink and you'll be taken straight to YouTube. All you have to do is hit subscribe and you are a member of the channel. And I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy night to listen to a little bit of play-by-play. Your support is most appreciated. And the first pitch from Weathers is a fastball up and away. Count is 1-0 on Rivas. Rivas is 0 for 1. Next pitch is on the way, and it catches the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Rivas popped out his first at bat. And Weathers sets, and the pitch is on the way, and that is a sweeper in there for call. Strike one or strike two. Count is 1-2 on Rivas. And Weathers sets and fires, and this changeup is down low. Count is 2-2. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that fastball is up and out of the strike zone. Count is now full. And the pitch is on the way, and this is grounded through a infield. Grisham lays out and is not able to come up with it. Judge is going to field it and shoot it back into the infield quickly. So that is a leadoff hit for the Mariners. Coming up to bat is Young. He is 1 for 1 on the night and has the only RBI of the night. He had a broken bat single in his first at bat. Rosarita scored, and Weathers sets and fires, and the first pitch is up and in. Count is 1-0. And Weathers sets and fires, and that pitch is inside. Count is now 2-0. And Weathers checks on the runner at first, sets and fires, and that sinker is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1 on Young. And this pitch is lined over Caballero's head into center field. Grisham feels it cleanly and gets it into the infield. So the Mariners are threatening with runners at first and second and nobody out. Pitch count for Weathers is now at 76 for the game. Coming up to bat is Brendan Donovan. And it looks like Blackburn and Cruz are warming up in the bullpen. Donovan is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a base on balls. Blake is out talking to Weathers right now. And the umpire is going to break this meeting up. And Weathers turns, steps off the mound to chase the runner at second back. And pitches all the way, and it is chopped to first base. Rice is going to take it and step it on the bag, and runners are going to advance to second and third. He did not have a play anywhere else. That is the first out of the inning, and coming up to bat is Rob Refsnyder, former Yankee. And here comes Boone. It looks like he is going to end Weathers' night. So the runners at second and third are Weathers' responsibility. And we're going to end the poll because Weathers is out of the game. We had 16 votes. 44% said 5+ innings, so they were wrong. 31% said 4 innings. Correct answer. And 25% said 3 innings. So congratulations to those that have successfully navigated this poll. And I'm going to drop another poll here right now. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you haven't, please like and share the channel. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing to one and the same. And you see a new active poll in your screen. To take a quick second to drop a vote while we are waiting for the game to resume. And it looks like Fernando Cruz is coming in to replace Ryan Weathers. And it looks like Dominic Canzone is coming in to pinch hit for Refsnyder. And the first pitch is a splitter in the dirt. Count is 1-0. Infield is Ed. That was a good pick by Wells. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 1-1. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and that pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is 1-2. And Cruz sets. And the splitter is in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. Cruz is definitely looking for the strikeout. And Cruz sets, pitches, and it is just inside. Count is going to be full, 3-2 on can zone. And Cruz sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that was all splitters in that bat. Huge strikeout for the Yankees. And that is going to take it to 2 outs with runners at second and third. Coming up to bat is Julio Rodriguez, 0 for 2 on the night. He has a line out and a strikeout under his belt. Cruz sets and fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Cruz has come in and thrown 7 straight splitters. Cruz sets and fires, and that splitter is off the plate. Count evens at 1-1. Hitters are hitting 178 against his splitter. So he has a damn good batting average against. And Cruz sets, fires, and the fastball drifts inside. Count is 2-1 on J-Rod. And you are right, Nancy, defense. Cruz sets, and he fires, and that pitch is waved at in the dirt. Good block by Wells. Count is even at 2-2. My bet is that you're going to see another splitter. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and that splitter is check swing, and the umpire rings him up at first base. So that is a great job by Fernando Cruz to preserve the 1-0 deficit. Coming up to bat in the top of the 6th is going to be Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger. So for those of you that are here, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing to one and the same. We have a new active poll up. Right now we have 5 votes, and there are 15 of you here. So take a second to let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And I want to thank everyone for taking time out of your busy Monday evening, this late evening, to take a little bit of time and listen to a little baseball. Your support is always appreciated. And we will be here, or I will be here tomorrow night at 9:35 to continue calling this series the Game 2 event. Wednesday is bowling night, so I will not call Wednesday's game. And I recommend heading over to NYYankeeMania to listen to their play-by-play. I like it, D-Rod. Actually, I like Caballero down in 9th. I had mentioned that not too long ago. And the first pitch to Grisham is a fastball in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1 on Grishbaum. Castillo sets and he fires, and that patch is popped up. Elevator shaft home run. Donovan is tracking it, and Rivas is going to call it and make the play for the first out of the inning. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Judge is 0 for 1 on the night with a walk. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Castillo is at 89 pitches. He sets and fires, and the captain rips this one foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2 on Judge. And in traditional fashion, he takes time out, grabs a rock and throws it to the side. So he's got his mind in the right space. See if the ball will follow. And the pitch is on the way, and that slider is off the plate. Count is 1-2 on the captain. And Castillo sets and fires. And Judge tries to check his swing, but he does not. And that is going to be call, strike three. So he gets punched out by Marquez. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And Bellinger is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. Castillo sets and he fires, and that pitch is a fastball off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Belly. And Castillo sits, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Looks like Jake Bird is warming up in the pen. And Bellinger calls timeout. And Castillo sets and fires, and that ball is skied to left field. Rosarena is heading towards the line, and he is going to make the play in foul territory for the third out of the inning. Coming up in the bottom of six for the Mariners is going to be Josh Naylor, Randy Rosarena, and Mitch Garver. Right now we have 8 votes at our active poll. There are 18 of you here, so take a second to drop your vote, let your voice be heard, see what you think. So how are we feeling about this game so far? If you haven't, I dropped a short this afternoon. Take this opportunity to sit down and view it. Drop a comment on it. Let me know what you think. And as predicted, Jake Bird will be coming in to take the helm from Fernando Cruz. And the first pitch is on the way. And Naylor swings and misses at the sinker. Count is 0-1. And Bird sets, and this pitch is chopped to Jazz. Jazz is going to field it cleanly and fire it to Rice at first to record the first out of the inning. And Bird sets. Pitch is on the way, and it's in there for call. Strike one on a Rosarena. Count is 0-1. Bird sets and fires, and that sinker is in there. Call. Strike two. Count is 0-2 on a Rosarena. And Bird sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper breaks off the plate. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chopped to Caballero. Caballero sets and fires, and that is going to record the second out of the inning. So that is the second out of the bottom of the sixth. Coming up to bat is Mitch Garver, the catcher, 0 for 1 on the night with a base on balls. And Bird sets. The first pitch is on the way, and that sweeper is way outside. Count is 1-0. And Bird sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is just off the plate. Count is now 2-0. Looks like Ryan Yarbrough is warming up in the pen to come in next inning. And Bird sets, and that pitch misses just down low. Count is 3-0 on Garver. All right, Jake. Let's frickin' handle some business, please. Bird sets, and this one is called strike one. Count is 3-1. Thought that pitch was a little bit low. This home plate umpire has been hammered by challenges on that particular zone by the Yankee hitters. Pitch is on the way, and it is chopped to McMahon at third. McMahon sets and fires, and this is bounced to shit. It's bounced to Rice. He is not able to handle it. So that is going to be an E5 on McMahon. But it's certainly one that Rice should have been able to come up with. So Garver is on first on a throwing error by McMahon. Coming up to bat is Robles. And the first pitch is on the way, and that fastball is just a bit high. Count is 1-0. Ed Bird sets, and the Sinker drifts inside. Count is now 2-0. And the pitch is on the way. And this is a elevator shaft home run in the infield. And Rice is tracking it and is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. And that'll do it for the Mariners in the bottom of the sixth. They have a runner left and an error. No run. Coming up to bat in the top of the seventh for the Yankees is Big Ben Rice, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jazz Chisholm. Curious to see who the Mariners are going to run out of the bullpen this time because Castillo was at 96 pitches last inning. And keep in mind, we get to the ninth inning, Munoz is coming in. So for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Welcome to the stream cruise. There is an active poll. If you haven't had the opportunity, please take a moment to vote and let your voice be heard. Your vote be counted. The first poll of the night was, how many innings was Ryan Weathers going to go tonight? The correct answer was 4 innings, and that was 31%. And it looks like Jose Ferrier is coming in to replace Luis Castillo. And welcome to the stream, Jonathan. And the pitch is on the way, and that is way inside to Rice. Count is 1-0. Big Ben is 0 for 2 on the night. Next pitch is on the way, and that is way inside. Count is 2-0 on Rice. And Ferrier sets, and that pitch is fouled off down the first base line. Count is 2-1. And Ferrier is a left-handed pitcher, presumably to face a couple of left-handed hitters we have in this lineup. And the pitch is on the way, and this is hammered through the infield, and it is going to make it to right center field. And it looks like Robles is going to cut it off and shoot it in. So Rice has a leadoff single. Coming up to bat is Big G and Carlos Stanton. Big G is 1 for 2 on the night. Thrown out at second base, trying to stretch a pop out. And the first pitch is swung on and fouled down the first base line. Count is 0-1 on Big G. Ferrier sets, and he pitches, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Big G. And it looks like Bizzardo is warming up in the pen. Ed Ferrier sets. Ed bounces the ball in the dirt. This is going to go all the way to the backstop. And that is a wild pitch. Ben Rice is going to advance to second. So the Yankees have a runner at second with nobody out. 1-2 count on Stanton. Ferrier checks on the runner at second. The pitch is on the way, and it is bounced off of Donovan's glove, and Stanton is going to beat the throw out. So Rice is going to stay put at second. So the Yankees have runners at first and second with nobody out, and they're going to score this as an E5 on Donovan. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr., 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. And the first pitch is grounded foul down the first base line. Count is 0-1. And Ferrier checks on the runner at second and fires, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Productive at bat, Jazz. Productive at bat. And the pitch is all the way. And Jazz fouls this one down the third base side. Count is 1-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count evens up at 2-2. Ryan McMahon is on deck right now. A little bit of cat and mouse possibly for the managers. And the 2-2 pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count remains 2-2. And time is called. Barrera throws the pat. Okay, they did not grant Jazz time. Pitch was completed through, and call ball 3 or ball 2. Next pitch is on the way, and this is fouled straight into the catcher. Count remains 2-2. That's funny, D-Rod. Slow-mo. Hadn't heard that in a long time. Pitch is on the way, and Jazz bounces this to the second baseman. It's going to be fired to take Big G out. Rice is going to move to third base, so the Yankees are going to have runners at first and third with 1 out. Ryan McMahon coming up to bat. Actually, they are calling McMahon back, and they are sending Ahmed Rosario out. So they're having a meeting of the minds on the mound. And it looks like they're going to make the pitching change. So
Hit the road, Jack.
don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And one more time.
Hit the road,
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And for those of you who have hopped in our stream, we are in the top of the seventh. Mariners lead the Yankees 1-0. Yankees have runners at first and third with one out. Ahmed Rosario is coming in to pinch hit for Ryan McMahon. If you have not, please take this moment to vote in our active poll. Will the Yankees come back and win this game? And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees, The Ugly Truth family, or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing to one and the same. And the pitcher coming in is Eduard Rosardo to replace Jose Ferrier. And just a heads up, I will be back at 9:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow to call game 2 of the Yankees versus the Mariners at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. So, Ahmed, time for some situational hitting, brother. And will Jazz take off? First pitch is on the way, and that sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Rosario. And Bizzardo sets. Pitch is on the way, and that fastball is way up high. Count is evened at 1-1. And the infield is playing back for the double play. Bizzardo sets and fires, and this pitch is fouled off. Jazz was on the run, and that ball is going to make it into the stands. The Jazz is going to head back to first base. And Jazz takes off, and this ball is guide to center field. Jazz is heading back. Rice is tagging and is going to head home. And that is going to be a sacrifice fly for Ahmed Rosario. More situational hitting. And the score is now tied at 1-1. Professional at bat by Rosario, and that's why I love having people like him on the bench. And of course, he will be coming in to play third base for McMahon in the top of the 8th or the bottom of the 7th. Coming up to bat is Wells, and there is a pickoff attempt at first. Jazz is back in there head first. Wells is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And Bizzardo sets and fires, and the sweeper breaks in off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Wells. And the pitch is on the way, and this is bounced to the third baseman. Donovan sets and fires to Naylor, and that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the seventh, but not before the Yankees drive in a run and tie the game up at 1-1. Coming up in the bottom of the seventh is going to be Rivas, Young, and Donovan. For those of you that are here, there are 23 in the stream. We only have 13 votes in the active poll. To take this moment to sit down and let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. The QR code in the upper left and right hand corners will make it a little bit easier for yourself. Left is for Hardcore Sports. Right is for Yankees The Ugly Truth. All you have to do is break your cell phone out, set it to camera mode, and wave it in front of the QR code for the channel you would like to subscribe to. A hyperlink should show up. All you have to do is hit subscribe because it'll take you straight to YouTube. Once you subscribe, make sure that you hit the ring the bell so that you have notifications when we are live and not Memorex. So you'll be able to hop into any stream that we have. And it looks like Brett Hedrick is coming in to replace Jake Bird. This is Hedrick's third appearance of the season. He is going to face 8, 9-1 in the Seattle order. First pitch is on the way, and that fastball is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0 on Ross. And the pitch is on the way, and this is fouled straight back. Count is even at 1-1. Rivas is 1 for 2 on the night with a single. And Hedrick sets and fires, and that pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Rivas. And Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and he is rung up on strikes. The four-seamer caught the inside portion of the plate for call. Strike 3, and that is 1 out in the bottom of the seventh. Coming up is Cole Younger. He has a pair of hits and drove in the sole Mariners run on a broken bat single. And Hedrick sets and fires, and the first pitch is inside. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and that slider is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is even at 1-up. And the pitch is on the way, and this is lined into right field. It's going to make it to the wall. Judge is in there and throws the ball in, but not before Young is on at second. That is a stand-up double. Young is 3 for 3 on the evening. Was not a good pitch by Hedrick. That was a breaking ball right down the heart of Broadway. Up to bat is Brendan Donovan, 0 for 2 on the night. Walked in the first of the inning. And the first pitch is a slider in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Donovan. Next pitch is out of the way, and that is inside. Count is even at 1-up. Hedrick sets and fires, and that fastball paints the inside portion of the plate for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2 on Donovan. Hedrick sets and fires. That ball is lined into right field. And Bellinger comes up with it cleanly and firing, and he is going to hold Cole at third base. So there are runners at first and third with one out. And they are bringing on Cal Raleigh to pinch hit. Raleigh is replacing Dominic Canzone. And it looks like Blake is coming out. Yankees are playing the infield back, looking for the double play. Hedrick sets and fires, and the ball breaks inside in the dirt. Count is 1-0 on Raleigh. Ed Hedrick sets and fires, and the next pitch is inside. Count is 2-0 on Raleigh. Hedrick sets and fires, and Raleigh swings and misses. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this is chop foul down the third base line. Count is 2-2 on Raleigh. And Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and Raleigh swings and misses for strike three. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Grab some bitch, baby, because you are out of here. Great comeback by Hedrick. Down 2-0 and freaking punches Raleigh out. The runner-up for the MVP vote last year. And it looks like they're going to pull Hedrick out. Actually, that's a mound visit with the players. The manager hasn't come up yet. And it looks like Doval is warming up in the bullpen. And for those of you that have hopped into the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. There is an active poll. Will the Yankees come back and win this game? Take a moment to let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And it looks like Boone is coming out to so Boone is taking a slow walk out to the mound to give Duvall a little bit more time to warm up. And that'll do it for Hedrick. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, I want to thank y'all for taking a little bit of time to listen to a little bit of baseball. Your support is greatly appreciated. All right, chat. We got a game. Let me know what you think. Does Duvall come in to clean this mess up and send the Mariners back without a run being scored? Julio Rodriguez is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts. And for those of you hopping in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you have not, please take a second to let your voice be heard and answer our active poll. Will the Yankees come back and win this game? And Duvall is making his 3rd appearance of the season. J-Rod is in the box. And Duvall sets and fires, and that pitch is called strike 1. Count is 0-1 on J-Rod. Duvall sets and fires, and this ball is chopped to Jazz. Jazz is going to field it and shoot it to Rice at first to record the 3rd out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Mariners. They are not able to score. They leave runners at 1st and 3rd. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the top of the 8th is going to be Jose Caballero, Trent Grisham, and the captain, Aaron Judge. Will they let Bizzardo come out and continue pitching, or are they going to sub? For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Your support is always appreciated. And I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy late Monday night to come in and listen to a little bit of baseball. As far as programming notes are concerned, I will be back tomorrow evening at 9:35 to call Game 2 for the live play-by-play. And just a heads up, I dropped a short on Yankees The Ugly Truth this afternoon. I recommend taking a moment after the game is done to take a look at it and let me know what you think. And it looks like Gabe Spire is coming in to replace Edward Brizardo. So I guess we have our answer. Spire is another left-hander. Caballero, Grisham, and Judge. Spire was part of the WBC team for Team USA. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and that is way inside to Caballero. Count is 2-0. Caballero is 1-for-1 with a walk and a single. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. All right, Jose, let's do it. Pitch is on the way, and Caballero swings at one way out of the strike zone. Count is even at 2-2. And Spears sets, and he fires, and that pitch is fouled straight into the catcher's helmet. Count remains even at 2-2. Ed Spires sets. Pitch is out of the way, and Caballero is going to be called out on a pitch right down the heart of Broadway for call strike 3. And that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 0-for-3 on the night. First pitch is on the way, and that is right down the heart of Broadway for call strike 1. The 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And the pitch is on the way, and that is waved at by Grisham. Count is 0-2. And Spires sets. Pitch is on the way, and that fastball is up and away. Count is 1-2 on Grisham. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is a slider way off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And how do you do? Fires, sets, and fires, and this pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That is the second out of the inning. All rise. The judges in the chambers. And the first pitch to judge is a sinker down low. Count is 1-0. Judge is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out, a strikeout, and a base on balls. Fires, sets, and fires, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is even at 1-1. And the pitch is all the way, and that is a line drive through the right side of the infield. So Judge is going to be on first with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And Spires sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a slider off the plate. Count is 1-0. Bellinger is 0 for 3 on the evening. And Spires sets and fires, and this ball is chopped to first base. Naylor fields it cleanly and is going to take it himself for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom or the top of the 8th. Coming up in the bottom of the 8th is going to be Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, and Mitch Garver. I anticipate that Duvall will continue to pitch in the 8th inning. And for those of you who haven't, please take a moment to drop your vote in the active poll. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees, The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And I am going to take this moment to stretch my back and walk away. So I will be back in about a half a click. Carlos Rodon threw a 50-pitch live batting session yesterday. And Naylor is in the box. Looks like Paul Blackburn has come in. And the first pitch is bounced up the middle. Caballero sets and he fires and makes the play for the first out of the inning. One pitch and one out. Coming up to bat is Randy Rosarena. 1 for 3 on the night with a single, a run scored, the only run for the Mariners, and a strikeout. And the first pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is grounded to Caballero. Caballero fields it cleanly and fires across the diamond to Rice to record the second out of the inning. 3 pitches, 2 outs. What more can you ask for? Coming up to bat is Mitch Garver. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a base on balls. And Blackburn sets. The pitch is on the way, and the sweeper just outside. Count is 1-0 on Garver. And Blackburn sets, and that cutter is just low. Count is 2-0. And it looks like Brash is warming up in the bullpen for the Mariners. And the pitch is on the way, and that cutter is up high. Count is 3-0. And Blackburn sets and fires, and that is a 4-pitch walk to Garver. His second walk of the night. Coming up to bat is Victor Robles. 0 for 3 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and wow, that one is called ball one. I think he caught the outside corner. Wells is not going to challenge. The count is 1-1 on Robles. Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is chopped to Rosario. Rosario fields it cleanly and fires across the diamond to record the third out of the inning. So that was a good inning for Blackburn. Coming up in the top of the ninth is going to be Big Ben Rice, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Hey, Evan, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. Well, I hope that you're having a good stream and that you guys have got a lot of views. Not sure what my numbers are tonight. I was going to give you a call and find out if you were interested in calling a little bit of baseball here on Yankees The Ugly Truth, but I found out that you were calling the game with Joe and company over on YankeeMania. So I understand you have a good broadcast team this night. So for those of you that have hopped in our stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you have not taken this opportunity, let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We have our second active poll of the night. And if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. I want to thank y'all for taking time to hop into our stream and listen to a little baseball. And as anticipated, Matt Brash is coming in to relieve Spires. And Brash sets. First pitch is on the way, and that slider is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Brash is a right-handed pitcher. And the pitch is on the way, and Rice swings and misses on the slider. Count is 1-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and Rice swings and misses at that second slider. Count is 1-2, and looks like Rice is going to take a little bit of a timeout. And Brash sets. And the pitch is on the way, and that slider is down low. Count is even at deuce. What color is your goose? Brash sets. And the pitch is on the way, and that slider is just off the plate. So the count is now full, 3-2. Brash sets and fires, and this ball is grounded right up the middle. Rivas is going to field it cleanly and fire to Naylor at first for the first out of the inning. So Rice is retired. Coming up to bat is Big Giancarlo Stanton. Are we going to see a big thump, a big fly? Is Stanton going to give us the lead? He is 1 for 3 on the night, and he reached on an error. And Brash sets and fires, and that slider catches the outside of the strike zone for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Big G. And Brash sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is way outside. Count is even at 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and that is lined into left center field. And that is going to split the gap. And Stanton is going to cruise into second with a stand-up double. So that is another multi-hit game. And more than likely, you're going to see a pinch runner coming in for Stanton. And it looks like Randall Grichuk is coming in to pinch run for Big G. And it looks like a mound visit is happening. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. So can the Yankees get it done and take the lead in the top of the ninth? And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, let your voice be heard and your vote counted. Let us know what you think in the active poll. If you have not, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth and the Hardcore Sports Network. And please hit the like button and share the channel out. And the first pitch is on the way, and that slider is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Looks like Bednar is warming for the Yankees in the pen. Brash sets, checks on the runner at second. The pitch is on the way, and it is down low. It kicks away from the catcher, but not far enough for Grichuk to advance to third. Yankees have a runner at second with one out and a 1-1 count on Jazz. Brash sets and fires, and that changeup is down low. Count is 2-1 on Jazz. Pitch is on the way, and that is just a bit high. Count is now 3-1 on Jazz. Brash sets and fires, and the broken bat slow roller to Young. He sets and fires, gets Chisholm at first base, but Grichuk is going to advance to third. Ahmed Rosario is coming up to bat. So can Rosario come through with a clutch hit to give the Yankees a lead? Rosario drove in the only Yankees run on a sacrifice fly when he pinch hit for McMahon. So the Yankees have a runner at third with two outs now. And Brash sets and fires, and that fastball is going to paint the outside corner for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. That pitch was at 98 miles an hour. Brash sets and fires, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Rosario. Brash sets and fires, and Rosario swings on a slider that is down and in the dirt for call, strike three. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the ninth. Coming up in the bottom of the ninth is Rivas, Young, and Donovan. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please take a moment to vote in our active poll. Your support is always appreciated, and we want to thank you for being here, watching and listening to a little bit of baseball here on NY or Yankees The Ugly Truth. If you haven't, please hit the like and share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Your support is always appreciated. And we're going to take a poke at the active scoreboard today. The Royals beat the Twins 3-1. Rangers beat the Orioles 5-2. Nationals beat the Phillies 13-2. Reds beat the Pirates 2-0. White Sox defeat the Marlins 9-4. Rockies beat the Jays 14-5. Braves beat the Athletics 4-0. The Rays squeak by the Brewers 3-2. Cubs beat the Angels 7-2. Mets beat the Cardinals 4-2. Astros beat the Red Sox 8-1. The first pitch to Young is down low. Count is 1-0. As you know, we are locked up in the bottom of the ninth, 1-1. The Giants beat the Padres 3-2. The Guardians beat the Dodgers 4-0. And there in the top of the seventh, the Diamondbacks lead the Tigers 8-1. And that pitch is in there for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and that ball is grounded past a diving Rice into right field. So that is a base hit for Rivas. Coming up to bat is the second baseman, Cole Young. He is 3 for 3 on the day. Rosario's on the grass, so the first pitch is in there. Call, strike one on the outside portion of the plate. Count is 0-1. Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and it drifts outside. Count is evened at 1-1. Blackbird sets. And he fires, and the changeup is a high fly ball to right field. Judge is tracking it and is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. That's the first time that Young was tired this evening. Coming up to bat is Brendan Donovan, 1 for 3 on the night. Walk, a single, and a strikeout. And the first pitch is on the way. And that four-seamer is just a bit low. Count is 1-0. And Blackburn sets. And the pitch is driven through the infield to center field. And Rivas is going to head to third. So the throw comes in to second. The winning run is 90 feet away, and Cal Raleigh is coming up to bat. And it looks like a mound visit is happening. Matt Blake is coming out. Tim Hill is warming up. Actually, that's not Tim Hill. That's Ryan Yarborough warming up. And Raleigh is hitting from the left side. Yankees are back for the double play, and the first pitch is on the way, and that cutter is just inside. Count is 1-0. Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off the face piece of the umpire. Estabrook is shaking his head a little bit. Count is evened at 1-1. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is in the dirt. Good block by Wells. Count is 2-1. And the 2-1 is on the way, and it is hit sharply past Rice, and that is going to do it for the Yankees tonight. Raleigh is going to get an RBI single, and they are going to walk this game off 2-1. And that is the first run allowed by the Yankee bullpen this season. So I want to thank everyone who has taken time out of their busy Monday night to listen to a little bit of baseball here. I'll give you the numbers here in a second. And tonight's numbers are the Mariners are going to have 2 runs on 9 hits with 2 errors. Yankees will have 1 run on 5 hits and 1 error. So that is the Yankees' first loss of this season. Matt Brash takes the win. Paul Blackburn takes the loss. And info note for everyone, I will be live tomorrow at 9:35 to call game 2 of this series. Drop in, listen to a little bit of baseball, drop a like and set a comment. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And I'm going to end this stream in my typical fashion with "Let's go Yankees," and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a good rest, and we will see you tomorrow night.
No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't ever slow up.